Economists expecting another rate hike today. It's set to hit already struggling South Africans very, very hard. It will be the 9th consecutive interest rate hike this afternoon, despite inflation easing a little bit. We're still expecting between 25 and 50 basis points of an increase for the interest rate. So we've spoken about personal finance. What impact does this have on small businesses who are already struggling to stay afloat and keep their doors open? I'm joined by Kumaran Padayachee. He is the CEO at Spartan SME Finance. So Kumaran, good morning to you. And pinching at the moment is small businesses. This is going to make it even worse. But could this be the straw that breaks the camel's back for some, do you think? Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, there's a lot of businesses that are suppressed at the moment. There's interest rate hikes in concert with the suppressed economy, the load shedding, demand, inflation. All these things together can and have, if you look at the liquidation count this year so far, these things do have a cumulative effect. And unfortunately for some, this could be a straw that breaks the camel's back.
For someone who might not understand how a small business is able to operate, they rely on financing at a small, medium enterprise level as well, which is where you would come in as Spartan as well. But how far can that credit line run? Because there's no such thing as a free lunch.
Yes, if the business is borrowing money because they are battling to meet ends meet because perhaps they're in loss-making mode or extra installments or those types of things, this would, banks or funders would take that into account, and not in a positive way, in the sense that you'd look at the business's capacity to borrow and the ability to repay a higher installment. And so this would also mean that funders would tighten, have been, and would tighten the taps a little bit, and that has a knock-on effect. So, it's not just the cost of borrowing. Let's assume a SME borrower has got R1 million loan and keep a simple maths. This, quarter or 0.5% increase, could be 2,500 to 5,000 rand a year, which is 200 to 400 rand a month simply. If it's a 10 million rand loan, it's 10 times that, right? It's 25 to 50 a year, and so, but it's with everything else. All these extra costs that add up that causes a problem. So it may also affect their confidence to borrow. Imagine if with all these increases that have been going on, some businesses that were thinking about growth plans will be a bit reticent and pull back. So it's not just the funders that may tighten the taps, it's the confidence level in the SMEs as well.
Which will then affect the outlook numbers as well for small, medium business enterprises. When we start unpacking those numbers, when we get to mini budget and budgets next year, we start asking why that is the case. And Kumaran, I understand then it would probably have a knock-on effect. You were mentioning this, that if they start becoming hesitant to borrow, they start becoming hesitant to grow, what small businesses probably will end up doing is contracting. Now, we know what that means. We see more people being left unemployed, which has a knock-on effect because it means the company can't grow because they can't hire, and we see unemployment growing as well. So there's a real knock-on effect there, isn't there?
Yes, you think about a ripple effect. When you drop a stone, each instrument, each decision has a ripple, an unintended ripple effect in second order and third order types of things. For example, they may experience suppressed demand. Their sales may drop because this is the reaction of other businesses or their clients. If they're consumer clients, this would affect the sales of a business, of an SME, correct? And so their costs may go up. So all of this in concert, it's about the concert, the music that comes out as an ugly tune.
And let's talk about the conductor that's in front of this choir, in front of this orchestra. Kumaran, as I start saying goodbye to you, what do you make of the expected 50 basis points increase? There's still a suggestion, it's not guaranteed 50 basis points. It could be 25 basis points, but it probably is going up. For someone in your position and with your company, is this a good or a bad thing? Do you agree or disagree with what SARB is going to do?
At my level that I'm analyzing it, I would disagree. However, SARB is a safe pair of hands. They've been shown historically to make sound decisions in difficult in difficult circumstances. So their hands are tied somewhat. I can't predict what they would do, maybe a quarter or 0.5%. Any kind of increase with all the other things that are happening in concert is obviously not going to be a good effect. But they've been shown as a track record, even sometimes to give us the bad medicine, even though we don't like tasting it.
Yeah.
And my sense is that this medicine is not really just outside factors, you know what I mean? So it's also some of self-inflicted wounds that could cause this increase.
Self-inflicted wounds indeed. Kumaran, what a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much indeed for your time this morning. Kumaran Padayachee is the CEO at Spartan SME Finance, joining us, giving us his thoughts about how this is going to affect small business, whether it's a 25 basis point or a 50 basis point.